Motivator set for the Longines Hong Kong Cup. The gates open, they're off, and Windbright stepped sideways early, but he's mustering now. Away fast was Magic Wand. Time Warp deeper out, pressing forward. Glorious Forever is putting himself right into the picture early. It's very tight and compact as they work past the trainer's stand, with Glorious Forever looking for the rail in front of Time Warp. The two brothers are banging heads at the moment. Windbright's got into third on the outside of Magic Wand, who's getting a lovely trail down on the rail. A length and a half further back to two to Rise High, who's going to settle midfield on the outside of Furore. One back to Adisa, and two back last of all is Dark Dream. Time Warp's pressing the issue wider out, and eventually he speeds up and will roll on and take the front. Time Warp leads by a length to Glorious Forever, who takes a sit now. That leaves Windbright at the 1,200 metres without cover in third position on the outside of Magic Wand, who's getting a lovely smothering run. A length away to Rise High, 3/4 to Furore, a length to Adisa, and Dark Dream is at the rear of the field as they stride towards the 950, where Time Warp has now settled nicely on the lead by 3/4 of a length to Glorious Forever, who's leaving him alone. Magic Wand's had a lovely run. Brian Moore's given her every chance. Windbright's travelled first class. Then a length and a half to Furore, who's going to look to get off the fence shortly with Rise High. Then a length and a half to Adisa, who's 5 off them as they run inside the 600 with Dark Dream. They're at the 500 now and cornering for home in the Longines Hong Kong Cup, where Time Warp turns in front narrowly from Glorious Forever. Windbright striding up, so too Rise High. Magic Wand out sprinted, then Adisa further back with Furore. Spread across the track. Rise High ranges up. Glorious Forever, Time Warp, Windbright. Then Adisa chasing up behind from Magic Wand. Rise High, Windbright. He's as tough as they come, Windbright. He's asserting his authority. Magic Wand down on the rail late, but Windbright will create a great day's history for Japan and takes the cup. Windbright by a head over a game Magic Wand and Rise High. Then Furore from Adisa, Dark Dream, Glorious Forever, and Time Warp at the rear. What a smashing race. Windbright denies Magic Wand, and Rise High. 3 wins for the Japanese. It's a stellar day for Japanese racing. Windbright wins the QE2 Cup earlier in the year in April.
Local favourite, a super run in third. From the start then, and Rise High did jump from barrier 3. He's got out quite smartly, but he always goes back. Magic Wand, White Face drops in. Time Warp and Glorious Forever knew that's where the pace was going to come from. And Time Warp was held out in the early stages here. Glorious Forever on his inside, just making him work around that first turn. Windbright rolls forward as well. Dark Dream's the one that's dropped out to last place through the early stages here as they settle down into some sort of order. And it is Glorious Forever, probably as predicted and as expected. Paul find the front, but Zach Burton on Glorious Forever just making sure that Karis Teton earns it here. If he wants to find the front, he's going to have to work to do so. Yeah, and the winner and runner-up getting really nice runs in behind. The Japanese jockey came across and got a really perfect one-out, one-back trail. You can see on the inside everything going well for Magic Wand as well. This stage, Rise High and Furore, the other ones that were in the finish, they're nicely. And Zach Burton just pushing off the rail now. It just momentarily, the Japanese horse was 3 wide, but now slots back into the 1-1. Yeah, it doesn't want to be caught down on the inside there. Everyone travelling strongly at this stage. 26.04 the early split, then 23.98, which is a half a second inside a standard from the mile to the 1,200 start, then 23.98 from the 12 to the 800. So Time Warp, he never looks like he's going that quick, but he is pouring the pressure on here. Just got that big loping stride. Everyone okay behind him at this stage. Magic Wand travels well. Hits a little bit of a flat spot, I think. We'll just keep an eye on that. The grey Windbright, Rise High tracking in behind the eventual winner, Furore, the Derby winner on the rail. Adisa's the first one maybe to come off the bridle, and Dark Dream actually makes up some late ground as well under Damien Lane. Keep an eye on him as he's looking for room as they swing into the straight. So Time Warp, the question asked now from Karis Teton. Glorious Forever, the sprint goes in, and it looks like Windbright and Rise High, the two to fight it out with Furore and Magic Wand. Just getting a bit of a bumping match there. Magic Wand wanting to go through between Glorious Forever and Windbright. Furore eventually forced to the outside. Adisa trying to stay on. Again, Magic Wand. Windbright just rolls back to the inside and rolls back onto Glorious Forever. So the running around a little bit in front, the grey.